Okay. Back day. Uh, Good news, new shirt. Uh, you'll see it during the lift. This is the vintage tee that Uprising is dropping in their upcoming drop. I think like in a week or something like that. Um, so I'll probably talk a little bit about that at some point. Um, and then, so in terms of the lift, what the fuck is wrong with my phone holder? All right, there we go. It looks like it's like about to fall. Oh well. Yeah. In terms of the lift back, my shoulder's still bugging me, so we'll just see what does and doesn't feel good. Um, I'm thinking just a combination of like rows and pull downs. I'll probably start off with the close grip rows that I like, and then I'm thinking like maybe like four movements, about 3 sets each ish. May vary when we actually go do it, but I feel like that at least works for an initial plan. Because that'll get about like 12-ish sets. Anywhere between 8 to 12 I'm happy with. Um, and just kind of see what I'm enjoying. So, as of right now, what's on my mind, what I'm looking forward to or sounds enjoyable would be uh, like start off with seated cable rows, probably like a close grip attachment, just because I like that for kind of hitting my lats. And then move over to, I don't know, some type of a more like shoulder width grip to hit a little bit more like upper back and mid back. And then probably a pull down, probably an overhand pull down and then maybe an underhand pull down. Not really sure. I think I'm going to go in terms of order. I'll probably alternate between rows and pull downs, depending on what types I'm doing. That way I'm not just like fatiguing through the whole like movement of a row. I don't know. I don't really know. Um, I'm excited to go lift though. Uh, Still don't have my new Converse on. I finally got them like all laced up, uh, but they're just like super stiff. 'Cause, you know, it's a brand new shoe. Um, and I I don't necessarily like how it feels on my feet. So I'm gonna probably wear those around for like some walks and like cardio type stuff. Like cardio, it's like walking on the treadmill and, or biking or stuff like that, elliptical. But just stuff to like get them broken in, because like when I'm at the gym, I like to just you know focus on what I'm doing, just kind of like be in the zone and enjoy it. And so I don't want to have like funky feeling shoes on my feet and like be spending half my lift like just thinking about how my feet feel. So get those broken in, and then eventually get used to wearing them during the lifts. I'm excited to see how this shirt feels because it's cut differently than the original vintage tee that I have from Uprising. Because like I said, they dropped it. I don't know. I think like last year, uh, and now they're re-releasing it with bigger sizes. And it fits a little differently. I like how this one fits a bit better. Somebody's getting honked at, not me though. Um, but yeah, I texted Fabian to ask him when the drop is. I think it's like next week. But it'll be this shirt and then the waffle tee, the red shirt that you guys see me wear all the time. That is coming out. They're restocking it in red, then they're also stocking it in like black and a blue. I forget like what color the blue is. It's kind of like, I would say just like a very standard blue. Like it's not like a light baby blue and it's not like a dark navy. It's just blue. So, all right. I'll be at the gym soon. I'm gonna turn this off and maybe get like a song in, maybe get some music going, and we will start off on probably Rose. I really hope it's not packed. It's middle of a Sunday. Hopefully everybody's at home hungover. So, more gym for me. Oh, we are waiting for an attack. I don't know where to look. I can't look here. I like instinctively want to look like I'm talking to myself, but it's over there. So, I have it in the mirror. I can't tell. Oh, you can see yourself. All right, cool. You can see the camera. But waiting for an attachment to do cool down. So I don't want to like lose my pump or my sweat, but I'm a little tired today, so I'm not going to complain about getting a little rest. Might as well chit chat about some stuff. I really liked the first close grip cool downs I did. It's what I do a lot, so it makes sense that I liked it today. I don't usually do those like wide grip rows. Not put that. I think I said pull down. I meant rows. I don't usually do those wide grip rows. I like those. I really felt those in like the very bottom of my traps, like that mid back, like in between your shoulder blades and shit like that. Just trying to like, play around with what movements are feeling good with my shoulder and what aren't. So I was warming up on this and my shoulder's just feeling a little stiff. I really do want to do these, so hopefully, I think our thing's open. I'm gonna go grab that, but hopefully these feel good. Maybe we can get a good like 2 resets. Oh my god. All right, fuck off. All right.
Never know. Some days it feels good. I always say I always go back to that, and I'm like, yeah. I go back to it every time. So I kind of
All right. Quick back day. I think it was, I think 10 total sets, because I want to say I did 3, 3, and then I'm pretty sure I recorded 3. I might have recorded the 4th. I had like a 4th-ish set of the pull downs. Just, I don't know. One, felt like a productive day. Didn't necessarily feel like I needed an extra 3. I would have liked to do a few more sets of stuff, but my shoulder was just starting to get a little, and it's like, all right, I could stay and force out a few more sets today, and maybe worsen my shoulder a little bit, or just have a little bit of a lighter day, and just give a bit more of a better environment for my shoulder to like recoup. Which in the long run, short long run, that's always going to be better, because like you could try and tough it out when you have an injury or a sickness and get like a mediocre amount of extra gains in the moment. But you got to ask yourself, how much am I detrimenting, future me by prolonging or maybe worsening whatever my ailment is. So, but nevertheless, good back day. Felt very like middle back focused, like lower traps, area type like that. I love training lats. I have big lats, so I probably have big lats because I like training them, and I also like training them because they're big. I like to think that my back is pretty well rounded, proportionally, like relative to its individual parts. But 100%, I would say my lats are probably, yeah, I would say the strongest point on my back. So if I have a day that's a little less lat focused, for me particularly, it's not really like no harm, no foul. Because if I stayed and did more, I probably would have done some like lat focused stuff, like some pull over style movements, that arcing motion, which sometimes can really, it doesn't hurt my shoulder ever really, but doing them, it just feels like a movement that has a lot of stress on that joint. And so I'm like, although I've never really felt, like discomfort necessarily doing pullovers, it would probably make the most sense to um, make the most sense to maybe avoid like a movement that's going to put just a lot of, I feel like, load onto that joint. But anyways, as far as my day, I'm gonna go home, shower, eat, maybe take a little nap, do some homework. I don't have one of my classes in the morning tomorrow, so I'm kind of like trying to decide if I want to go to the gym in the morning, which means I would have to be done by 1 o'clock, or go to the gym in the afternoon. I'm probably going to lean towards the morning. The only thing I don't really like about going in the morning is just a little bit less. I don't get as much food into me as possible. So what I might do is I might even wake up a little earlier, like set an earlier alarm, get up, throw a meal down, and then go back to bed. That way I can try and maybe get like 2 meals in me before going to the gym. Because I don't like going later in the day. I like getting it out of the way. And yeah. And then also, Anna does have. My buddy's trying to get my attention. Little does he know, I'm making YouTube. He's in the car next to me at the red light. He should focus on the road. But as I was saying, yeah, Anna has class in the morning, and I don't. So I feel like it makes most sense to go in the morning anyways, because it's not like I can relax and hang out with her. So if I'm gonna hang out with her tomorrow, it would be in the afternoon. So why go to the gym in the afternoon when I would have a potential to do free stuff later in the day? So yeah, that's about it. I've got a bit of the drive left, like a few minutes. It's not like it's a long drive. I'm trying to think if there's anything useful to talk about. Can't really think of too much off the top of my head. I don't know. I will say, now that I'm thinking about it, because I'm tired, I think as far as newer lifters go, so like if anybody happens to be watching this that's newer into lifting, the two biggest neglected things are food and then sleep. And if I had to only choose one of those two, definitely food. Yeah, sleep's really important, but in my opinion, if you're gonna neglect it, ideally don't neglect either. But if you were gonna say, oh, one of them's gonna be neglected, which scenario is gonna have better growth rate? The food's definitely going to be the one that you don't want to neglect. You really don't want to neglect either, because sleep better, you're gonna have better training sessions, you're gonna have better recovery, your body's gonna be in a better state for building muscle and injury prevention and injury recovery, and just a whole laundry list of benefits to having good sleep habits. But 100%, I think you're more often find people with shit diet or under eating that are trying to grow than you do have people that have like awful sleep habits. Like, a lot of people probably average 6 hours a night, and that's still not a lot. If you can get at least 8, that's gonna, you'll notice a big difference. Oh my gosh, I'm almost sleepy. Yeah, I think not a lot of people really realize how important the eating aspect is, and it's not like you have to be eating perfect and eating like a super clean diet. It's just at the bare minimum, you got to be fueling yourself to grow. You can work out all you want, and aside from being brand new to the gym and those newbie gains, even then you're just stunting your ability to actually grow your muscles. I'm trying to think of like a good analogy that's pretty simple. I mean, it's the fuel for your car, but I think a lot of people like understand that, but for some reason they think that they're going to be able to you know grow the muscles without the food, because they think, oh, I'm going to the gym, I'm working out, and it's like, yes, but I can't even think of a good fucking analogy. But it's just, regardless of how hard you work out, how consistent you work out, how properly you train, if you are not providing the body food to rebuild and recover and grow, you're not going to. Like, not to be a science-based lifter, but when it comes to just generically speaking, the body is based off of science. And when I say that it's all about energy. You can't create or destroy energy. little physics. I'm trying to not get too detailed with it, but your body, in order to develop mass, needs energy to do that process. The mass being bigger muscles, it can't just make it out of thin air. It needs stuff to convert into that. So you're going to give it food that it converts into energy that it can then convert into processes to develop that mass, for lack of a better way to phrase it. And if you need this amount of energy to be able to make the mass, and you're only giving it this much, you're not going to. Like, imagine your good analogy. Let's say you're trying to build a building, and you hire all the workers. Let's say the process of hiring workers is the equivalent to going to the gym and doing the lifting. So you're doing all the lifting, you're hiring all the workers, you've got all the people there, but now you're not giving them any of the wood, the concrete, the cinder block, the rebar, the cement. You're not giving them any of the fucking materials to actually build the building. So they're just sitting there like, all right, well, the fuck is the point of us even being here? The fuck is the point of going to the gym? And again, this is specifically talking to the people that are with the interest of wanting to grow and build muscle. And like, that's their main purpose of going to the gym. Like, oh, I want to look like an influencer. Oh, I want to look like a bodybuilder. Okay, well, you went to the gym, good, that's half of it. And literally half. Like, it's not like, oh, 90% is the gym and 10% is... No, it's literally half. Like, if you're just going to the gym and you're not eating enough, it's night and day between the progress that you're going to see. And just real quick to the people that are like, oh, but it's really hard to eat. No, it fucking isn't. It isn't. It's hard if you don't know what you're doing, but if you understand it, even at the basics, and I'll just give some really quick things. Big tips if you're trying to put down more food, as opposed to trying to, like, let's say, I would say most people probably eat about 3 meals a day. As opposed to trying to eat bigger meals, get used to eating more often. So let's say if you're used to eating 3 moderate meals a day, add in 2 more windows of eating. And it doesn't even have to be a full, like, what you'd consider a meal. You just need to get used to sitting down and putting something in your mouth more often. Even if it's just a granola bar. So let's say you have, like, a big breakfast, big lunch, big dinner. All right, in between breakfast and lunch, sit down and have a granola bar. In between lunch and dinner, sit down and have a granola bar. Now you're used to having those 5 eating periods, those 5 windows of eating. Maybe next week, you have 2 granola bars in between breakfast and lunch, and 2 in between lunch and dinner. And let's say maybe your breakfast is usually 3 eggs. Next week, make it 4 eggs. Maybe add a piece of toast. Once you get, like, it's a lot easier to, once you get used to eating regularly, it's a lot easier to add in calories by branching up those individual meals as opposed to just packing everything into lesser amount but bigger meals. So, there's that. And then, be smart about your choices. Choose calorie dense stuff. And no, I'm not saying put fucking olive oil in your protein shakes, but if you're looking for carb sources and you're struggling to put down food, using something like sweet potatoes, it's pretty not carb dense relative to, like, normal potatoes or even rice or pasta. Choose things that are going to get you a lot before you get full. All right, I'm hungry. Ugh. Smells like somebody's smoking the pot. Yuck. Stinky. That's actually gross. All right, I'll see you guys.